What is that pass from Miranda? What actually is that pass? A thing? That... Oh my word! It's a mistake! It's a huge mistake! It's a huge mistake and it's 3-2! How's it going, everyone? My name is Stu and welcome to my FM24 save here with Deportivo La Coruña. Thank you for joining me in today's video, which is part number 47, where we've got a double header against Barcelona in both the Copa Del Rey semi-final second leg as well as the League as well. And if you're excited to see how we get on in both of those games, don't forget, leave a big like on the video for me, and then don't forget to subscribe as well because it's completely free. You'll put a big smile on this face right here. What is not to love? I'm going to apologise in advance. I am not well. I am not well. I've not been well for the last week. I suspected at the end of the last, well, during the last video, I did suspect I was coming down with something. Oh, I have. It hit me like a ton of bricks. So I'm going to just apologise in advance for that. But if you're new to the channel, I'm normally a bit more radiant and energetic than this. But if you are new to the channel, welcome. Put your feet up, relax. Hope you have a lovely time while you're here. If you do want to go back and watch the rest of the save, it's going to be above in the playlist, just up there. So, since you were last with us, it's been fine. We've actually won the 3 league games we've had against Celta Vigo, Alaves and Valladolid. That's been lovely. Barcelona, first leg of the Copa del Rey, 3-3 draw. I'd normally be delighted with that, but it is the home game, which means we've now got the away game to play. I think it's going to be a bit of a stinky one. We'll try and go for it and see what happens, but it is what it is. We'll see how we get on. Now, in terms of how the league is going, we are in second because, of course, we did lose against Real Madrid, which did put us there. However, Real Madrid have played a game more and they're only a point ahead. They have slipped up. Real Madrid have actually stuffed up, funnily enough, against Celta Vigo. Reason why that's funny, have a look at that. Fierce rivals of ours. They might actually be handing us a lifeline in the title race, because if we win our game in hands, we could win the league this season, which would be nuts to me. We're not going to take anything for granted on that, of course, but it would be absolutely crazy. Another cool thing to point out as well is that, I'm going to put it back to what it originally was before I messed around with it. We've actually had our budgets because we qualified for the Champions League, and that's our budget. That's actually a really good budget for what we've had. In this save, it's a really, really good one. Now, ignore a lot of this. Some of it you already know of, I think. Sandoval and Herrera, I think you know about. These were youngsters we bought in January, or we made the deals for in January. Sandoval won't join us until October because reasons, even though he's a free agent. And Herrera we signed for £3 to £4.5 million, and he'll be joining us in next January because of, I think it's because of their age, I think is the reason why. Labello, that one was just one I got from Juventus because he looked okay. Other clubs were in for him. I've signed him on a free to make a profit on. I'll be transparent on that. But if he makes something of himself, he makes something of himself. But yeah, we also do have 2 players on the transfer list. Transfer list player number 1 is Caleb Okoli. He wanted to have more game time. He's not, to me, justified it. So he's on the transfer list for £35 million. We bought him in for pennies. He was a couple of million, so I'm quite happy to only sell him for 10 to 20 million. But then we do have to replace him. That's what we need to think about. Stoichkos, however, one of those youngsters, the Sandoval, he could end up being the replacement for Stoichkos, who could be the one who means Joe Veloso can move further forward. So we do have that as a potential thing. But Stoichkos is on the transfer list. He's wanted by a few decent clubs as well. Again, £33 million. If we don't get that, it ends up being like 20. I'm happy with that because he cost us absolutely nothing. Right. That's all of that out of the way. Let's get to team selection. Let's get to the game against Barcelona and let's see what we can do. I was messing around with a few tactical things. I'm going to change that and that back to what they were. And was there anything else? I don't think there was. The one thing I have been toying with is actually pressing a little bit more. I am going to do that. Let's just see whether we can press them a little bit. But yeah, this is the 11 we're going to be going with for the game. Is it though? I'm thinking maybe not playing Veloso. I might start Navarro instead, although Stoichkos, I don't know who I want to play, because Veloso has been decent. Actually, recently he's not been, so we're going to leave him on the bench and we're going to play Navarro instead. It just feels like something that feels right to do just with form recently, so we'll go that. So this is the 11 we're going to do now that I've messed around with it a little bit. It's going to be Karnasecki in goal, Martinez, Herculano, Rebel and Ilic in defence, Litskas and Bietic in the middle with Maria Navarro and Boedo supporting Salvador up front. Let's go for it, shall we? Let's see whether we can get... I mean, we don't need anything other than a win. A win gets us through. It doesn't matter what manner it's in. I don't even care if it's the worst win in the world. Just a win would be a win. But it is Barcelona, and they are going to be a very difficult side to beat. but we'll do what we can. That is their recent form. It's not particularly great, but their 11 is still very, very good. Hato in particular is a very, very good centre-back. Can play at left-back as well. I did look at him at one point, but he would have been way too expensive. But here we go. We're underway. Let's just see what we can do, shall we? With the away team, I'm not expecting us to get a lot in this game, but we'll give it a go. Right, Boedo to Illich. We've actually got an early highlight here. Boedo in the box into Navarro, and Navarro has put us ahead inside 5 minutes. The last minute change, because Veloso's my boy, but he's not played overly well in the last few games. I don't know what it was. I just thought, let's put Navarro in. Mainly because I thought we've got Veloso as an option off the bench. And if Litzkas has a bad game, we've got a fresh Veloso to bring on. Because Veloso can do a good job from deep line playmaker. I didn't expect Navarro to make the difference. Boedo gets the assist as well. Boedo was the hero with the first leg. He got the equalising goal in like the 90th minute or whatever it was. Because it was very much, they scored, we scored. They then scored 2 and we had to get 2 back. And the equaliser was in like the 90th minute or something. Wow, that is an unexpected start. I don't think Barcelona were expecting it. Right, corner to them. Lamar looking to take. Whipping it in. Rebel heads it only as far as Pedri. Pedri now looking to get the cross in into Yamal. Goes for the shot and it is 1-1. Very, very simple there. Going to encourage the boys. Some of our players had their arms raised out as if they were claiming for offside there. I mean, nothing's been given. Nothing's even been challenged on that front. Disappointing here. Lamar whips it in. Rebel does really well, but Pedri just gets there ahead of... Is that Boedo? It is. And Lamar just comes in here and he just threads it through players there. He's just a talent, Lamar. In real life and in FM, he's just such a good player. But it's fine. It's 1-1. We're still exactly the same as it was at the start of the game. Like, that doesn't affect us too much. The challenge is still the same. We just need 1 goal from this point. We've not been able to get the ball to Salvador, which has been a bit of a concern. Maria's been a bit non-existent as well. But as it stands, it is 1-1. Right, Salvador and Maria. You two, not been good enough so far. Illich, not been good enough so far. Herculano and Rebel, keep going. Martinez, weren't that bad. I'm just going to go around and just say all of these things to these players. And we'll try and gene them up. We're going to leave those 2 as they are. Any changes? I mean, Salvador on a 6.4 worries me. I'm tempted to take him off. We're not going to. We're going to leave him as he is. Let's have a quick look at their squad. They've made a couple of changes, actually. Lamala's come off, which is an interesting one. And Ferran Torres has come on the right-hand side. We might go in hard on him. And then they've brought in Bernal in the centre of the midfield instead of Gavi, which is a bit of a surprise. We'll pop him onto reasonable right foot. And Vitinha now is in that position. We'll go in hard on Vitinha. And Araujo, apparently don't press him. We're going to pop him on his weak foot though and try and make him make a mistake. Right. Second half, let's just see what we can do. Let's see if we can get another goal. We showed in that half that we can. Let's just see what we can do, shall we? Right, we're firing up the boys. That's not really had the desired effects. But let's see what we can do. I mean, their match momentum is all over us at the moment. Their XG is all over us. We need to try and do something to start getting a bit more of the ball off of them. And I am wondering whether we make a couple of tactical tweaks. In fact, I'm going to do it now. We're already pressing them a bit more. We're going to get stuck into them. Let's just try and disrupt their play a little bit. And also, I'm going to say, let's put the ball to the centre-backs rather than trying to get to the playmakers. So, Carnesecchi's not going to be looking for players who are too far away because that might be something that he's struggling with at the moment. Pedri's done really well to break away there. We've got so many players in the box, but Pedri's doing it all himself, and he nearly does do it all himself and nearly gets a goal to put Barcelona ahead again, which is a bit disappointing from us, from a defensive point, that we let that happen. Right, Harto with the throw-in. Looking for Roque. Back to Harto. Roque again, he's going to go for a shot here, isn't he? He's looking for the angle to get the shot in. It's deflected, but Carnesecchi manages to hold on to it, which is great. Right, we are breaking... Well, we were starting to break out there, but nothing really ended up happening. Right, substitute o'clock. Illich has not had a great game. Miranda is going to come on in his place. Maria has not stepped up, so I'm going to bring on... Bring on Hlajek. Furic has really not impressed me recently, so I'm going to bring Hlajek on. And Salvador's not been great, so Kjaergaard's going to come on as well. I don't like the fact that I've had to bring Salvador off here, but we're just going to do it and see what happens. Right. Let's see if we can get anything going. I don't know whether we'll be able to, but let's just try it and see. Right, we're getting a bit of match momentum here. We're on the ball here now. Herculano to Litskas. Let's go. Let's see what we can do here. Right, Rebel. Chipping it forward, looking for Hlajek. Hlajek flicks it to Navarro. Navarro, touch into Kjaergaard. Is he onside? He's put it wide anyway. It's a corner. We've won a corner. It actually didn't get put wide. It got deflected wide. Right, Kjaergaard's on, a bit taller, a bit more mobile. See if he can get something going in the box. Whips in Miranda, looking for Rebel. Can't find him. It's going to fall out to Litskas though. Litskas is going to go backwards, isn't he? No, goes to Rebel, who's a bit further forwards. Rebel looking for Hlajek, but the highlight ends. A couple of chances there for us. We're going to fire the boys up. And final changes. Litskas hasn't been terrible, but he's tired. So I'm going to bring Veloso on. And then my final change, I'm thinking Ozcan. We'll bring on Ozcan. We'll change it to a ball-winning midfielder as well. And let's just see whether that new engine room can help us out. Maybe it can, maybe it can't. But let's just see. 2 fresh players in the middle. We're pressing, we're hard tackling. Let's just see what we can do. Veloso, we know, can do a job for us as that deep line playmaker, as well as he can as the advanced playmaker. Right. Araujo, Bernal, looking for Fofana, who's obviously come on for them. He's going to try and whip it in. It gets to Bowie. Deflected for Fofana. Miranda doing well, but Pedri's there. Pedri's there again, and Fati puts it wide. It's not wide, it's a corner. Oh, goodness me. Right, just before they take this corner, what more changes have they made? Goodness me. Right, they have changed. Bernal, obviously, we know he's on. We'll start going in hard on him. They've changed formation to match us, actually, which is interesting. Araujo, we're not pressing him. We're just trying to put him onto his weak foot. They brought Bowie on. We already knew about that. Fofana, he's playing his defensive midfield. He wasn't playing as one there. Not advised to do anything, but we will try and put him on his left foot. And they brought this guy on, Fare. We'll press him because we're advised to. And we're keeping these two doing what we're doing with them. They've not had good games, so I feel like we've done the right thing. Pedri's ended up going to an attacking midfielder. There's not much we can really do other than continue to go hard on him. Right. Corner, Pedri whipping it in. Headed way over by Fare. Still in this. We're still in this. We've not had many chances, but we are still in this. Right, last few minutes. Let's go attacking. Let's just see if we can pressure them off the ball. And just go for it. That's got to be the plan now. Right. Their goalkeeper. Press him. Just press him into a mistake. He couldn't make one there. Right, Pedri to Araujo. Ferran Torres. Seem to be pressing them okay, but I'm just waiting for the... I'm waiting. Hlajek does well. Hlajek does so well there to get to that. Hlajek. Right. Passes back to Veloso. Back to Hlajek. Into Arno Martinez. Ball ends up with Hlajek. Oh my word, Hlajek scored. It's the 88th minute. And Adam Hlajek, who has had a rotten bit of form recently, he's had like one good game in like 10. It's probably an exaggeration. Passes to Veloso. Veloso to Hlajek. Hlajek to Martinez. Martinez ends up with a loose pass, but it falls to Hlajek. And Hlajek might have just got us to another final. There's still time to play. Hlajek might have just gotten us through to another final. Don't even know how to respond to that. I really don't. Right. I'm tempted to change our shape a little bit to help us out defensively. Kjaergaard can play as a midfielder. So I'm going to move things around a little bit. We went very attacking. I didn't even realise we'd gone very attacking. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to go attacking. Huh, whoops. Right. Let's just try and congest things up in the middle of the park for them. And let's just see if we can just make life difficult for them. Hlajek's gone up front. Right, it's a late corner. Switch in. Bernal is there. Bernal is there. And Barcelona get a late equaliser. They've done to us what we did to them. Right. Well, we change all of this back then. That was literally the most pointless exercise that we could have had. Right. I think you were on support, weren't you? Let's change you back to that. Let's change you guys back to what you were on. Let's put you back on to inside forward. Put you on to inverted winger. I think you were on inverted winger. And we'll change you back to that as well. And then we were on very attacking when we got that goal. So let's go back to very attacking and let's just see what we can do. We are going to get an extra substitution as well if this goes to extra time. They've been good at set pieces. Karnasechi really shouldn't be being beaten there. He really shouldn't. Right, we'll go back to what we were doing. Let's just see, because you never know. There might be another sting in this before we even get to extra time. Right, Herculano to Kjaergaard. Kjaergaard to Hlojek. Hlojek to Kjaergaard. Kjaergaard loses the ball. Loses the ball. Right. Let's press them a bit more, boys. We're pressing them backwards, which is nice to see. Right, Fofana. I thought we might be able to nick it off of them there. Come on, lads. Let's just try and nick it off of them. Right. Arno Martinez does really well to get the ball there. Herculano. Ozcan. Out to Miranda. We've still got time. Still got time in this half here. What is that pass from Miranda? What actually is that pass? A thing? That... Oh my word! It's a mistake! It's a huge mistake! It's a huge mistake and it's 3-2. Ferran Torres with the mistake. My voice is going. What happened here? I wasn't even focusing right. Fofana to Ferran Torres. Oh my word, he's gone back to the keeper. And it's Kjaergaard, the lone backup striker. And we're through. We've somehow done it. Oh, I shouldn't have recorded this when I'm ill. It's the backup boys. Kjaergaard and Hlojek. Navarro and Boedo did the business in the first half. But Martinez ended up with somehow with an assist for Hlojek. I'm not sure how he did because it was deflection, but it ended up being okay. But Kjaergaard ends up getting the winning goal in the 94th minute. I need a minute with that one. Oh my word. Navarro, Yamal, Hlojek, Bernal, Kjaergaard. I don't know how we've done that. But we now have a final against Real Madrid. Because of course we've got a final against Real Madrid. The team who we're battling the league against, is of course the team that we're going to be facing in the Copa del Rey final, which by the way happens before the end of the league in Spain. So we're playing that actually. It's the game after this one. I've got half of mine not to play the Barcelona second game now and come back. We might as well do the Copa del Rey final in this video as well and lose our minds further. I'm actually thinking we might as well just do that. We're going to do that. Right, we're not going to play Barcelona. I didn't realise how close the Copa del Rey final would be. So we're not going to play Barcelona a second time. We're going to come back for the Copa del Rey final against Real Madrid. Because I'm not allowed to have nice things. What stadium is it? Whose stadium? It's in Madrid. Is it Atletico Madrid's? It's Atletico Madrid's stadium. That's got to give us an advantage because it's Real Madrid, surely. That's not how the world works. Right. We're going to go away. I'm going to play that off camera. We'll come back for Madrid and we'll see what happens. In between all of that, I'm going to have a lie down because, my God, I need one. Again, Barcelona, the first game, they go ahead, we equalise. They go ahead, they go ahead in the other way around. We then get one back, take ages, and in the 89th minute, Danny Boedo gets in. Danny Boedo has an effect on this game again with an assist. But Kjaergaard, I tell you what a game he had. Hlojek and Kjaergaard, perfect super subs. Right, I'm going to go and have that lie down now, and we'll be back for the Copa del Rey final because I'm a glutton for punishment. Okay, we are back for the Cup final, the Copa del Rey final against Real Madrid. News, lots of news on the league. The Barcelona game we decided not to show you. I don't know where this came from. Okay, we were at home. Maybe Barcelona were tired. Their player fitness was quite low on quite a number of their players. We just blew them away. Salvador with a relatively close range one with the first one. On the edge of the area with the second. Ilic then got one as well, which is annoying because he can't play in the next game because he's suspended. And then a penalty for Salvador in the 92nd minute. We blew them away completely. Salvador with a hat-trick. Miranda and Navarro and Furic all getting assists as well, which is lovely to see. So that's grand. That's led us into the game against Real Madrid. That gave us, well, at the time was the game in hand, which put us 2 points rather, ahead of Real Madrid. That didn't work at all. Since then, though, Real Madrid have played again. And they're behind us by a point, which means they drew. They drew against Real Sociedad. I did say that's a stinky running that they've got. And it's actually one of the worst ones there, but I'd say Atletico Madrid away is going to be the worst one. This was at home for them as well. So they're coming in to this game, Real Madrid, for the final, having just been knocked out by Newcastle of the Champions League 3-1, 3-1, and a draw against Sociedad as well. Their season could be in the midst of crumbling. And we've now got them in a cup final. Yikes. I don't know what to do with that information. So, we've also lost Ozcan to injury as well. So, we are having to think about what we're doing here. This is the 11 that I've kind of settled on. I think it is the one we're going to go with. So, I do need to do opposition instructions, but for now, we'll have a look at it. So, it is Carnasecchi in goal. Martinez, Herculano, Ribel, and Miranda in defence. We've then got Litskas and Bietic in the middle with Maria Navarro and Furic supporting Salvador up front. But they didn't play quite as well against Barcelona in the second game. Furic starts because he got an assist. It's as simple as that. Salvador and Furic are up for Player of the Season as well. Spanish player, I think Spanish League Player of the Season is probably the best way to describe it. But it's called Spanish Player of the Season. We should apparently man-mark Endrick. The one thing I'm concerned about with Endrick is I'm sure he's a pacey boy. He is a pacey boy. We don't have any boys who are as pacey as that boy is. So I don't think I am going to do that because he's just going to run rings around us. Rodrigo is a pacey boy as well. I don't think Miranda has got the pace to deal with that. So I don't really want to man-mark him either. So I think we're going hard on him as well, even though he's apparently he can apparently deal with it. I think, did we want you on your left foot? I think we wanted you on your left foot. Yeah, we do. We will go hard on him as well, just to try and batter him a bit. Tchouaméni, I've just added a D into his name as well. Tchouaméni is what I meant to say. Just put him on his left foot, and we're pressing Kadioglu as well. We've got Zabani. I'm going to press Zabani onto his left foot. We'll try and force a mistake out of him. And again, Etienne Green is their goalkeeper of choice, which just feels weird to me. Well, deep breath, everybody. This is our chance for... In fact, I've just thought... We can't go into a cup final without a tie. Not putting a whole suit on. I'm not well. The tie is the maximum I am willing to go to. Chris Furic is troubled, which troubles me. It probably troubles me more than it troubles him. But yeah, let's just see what happens. We've eased the pressure on the boys as well going into this game. It is what it is. We are definitely the form team as a result of Real Madrid's last couple of games. I don't know whether the game will take into account the psychological factor of the fact that they've lost 2 of their last 3 and they've also drawn a couple of games that are kind of really going to pressure them as well. Right. Deportivo versus Real Madrid. Let's get to it, shall we? Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. At the moment, it is all Real Madrid as you would expect. I've just thought as well, I think Herculano... He's already down. He's marking Endrick anyway. Well, okay. Well, we'll see what happens. I didn't want him to be marking Endrick, but he is marking Endrick. Right, it's a free kick here to Real Madrid on the edge of the area. I don't really want to be giving away free kicks like this. And the fact that it is the type of free kick that it is makes me think that this is going to be 1-0. It's Rodrigo to take. I love the wall to do their job. They do their job, actually. Right, Kadioglu now, looking to cut inside, looking to get the ball in. Furic does well, but Endrick is there to make it 1-0. Endrick is a heck of a player. I also think you're going to be marking someone as well. I don't want you to be marking Vinicius Jr. I've kind of left that on there from... That's carried over from the Barcelona game. I did wonder why certain players were affected the way they were in the second Barcelona game. It was a bit weird. Now I understand why. Well, it's an early goal for Real Madrid. It's not the end of the world. However, at the moment, they are battering us. We need to pull something special out, I think, at this point. I mean, their team, I will say, infinitely better than Barcelona's team. Infinitely better. So we really need to put some work in here. Oh, Vinicius Jr.'s just walked through us there. It's 2-0. I mean, I think that's game. I don't think we can compete with them when they're on form. And I think they've had a couple of rough games. We've had a week off, but I'm assuming they'll have probably had a week off as well. But Vinny Jr.'s just done a great job there. He's just darted through us. And now we have got it all to do. Furic has had an awful game. An absolutely awful game already. It's only half an hour in and he's on a 6.3. Miranda's on a 6.2. The problem is we don't have anyone to bring on for Miranda because of the suspension to Illich. Litzkas has been one of our best players this season. And he gives possession away like that. Like, we are just bottling this game completely. I don't have anyone to bring on for Miranda. That's the problem. Right, Miranda with a corner. It's a short one. Gets it to Maria. Over to Navarro. Back to Miranda. Looking for Navarro again. Navarro to Bejetic. Bejetic into Herculano. What a goal that is from Herculano. What a set-piece routine that was. One-touch passing here. Up to Navarro. What a goal. And we're back in it. Not many opportunities we've had, but we're back in it. Well, we have a free kick here in our half. Rebel. I mean, everyone's gone kind of... See, everyone backed off. We get away with it, but everyone backed off there and didn't give him a short option. And I don't really understand why the game decided that was the best option, but it really wasn't there. Right, that's a really poor half. And we've gotten really, really lucky. Really, really lucky that we've got that goal. So you guys, not very good. I'm going to tell you to calm yourself down. He's actually been all right. You two, not been very good. Salvador, not been very good. Right. Furic, Miranda. Water bottle, Furious. And we are going to take off Furic. I think his time has come to leave the club. I don't think he's got it in him anymore. The magic isn't there. And then the only thing we can do is we can make that change. Valentin Gomez, who is more of a centre-back than he is a full-back. And that could work out for us a little bit, to be fair. If we change it to full-back on support, that could work out a little bit for us as a more defensive option. He's not very fast, but I am thinking maybe we can then have a look here. Like, they've brought on Frimpong. This is the thing with this Real Madrid team. They play Frimpong as a winger, which really confuses me. But he's a very, very good winger. That's the thing. So we'll try and get him onto his left foot. We're also going to go down, looking at that, their right-hand side. Their left-hand side, sorry. We're going to go down our right-hand side. We're going to try and force the play down there. Try and get the ball to Maria, if we can. And I think we are going to try and get the ball to fullbacks. But let's try and get it specifically to Martinez. Let's try and do that. And then I'm actually going to change Maria to support because he'll hopefully drop back a bit to help out. Navarro's going to go on attack. I'm just messing with things probably for the sake of messing with them. But let's give it a go. We're already pressing more as well. Let's get stuck in a bit as well. I'm not too worried about doing that. And I think that will do. We've brought those two changes on. And we'll just have to go for it, I think. And we'll just see whether we can get something going. We're only one goal down. Let's fire the boys up. It is a cup final. We do start with Endrick taking a corner, though, which does feel like a bit of a weird one. They do get very close to it, though. They do get very, very close to it. I think we need to be looking at a better set-piece coach, because at the moment our set-pieces are quite poor. Although match momentum-wise in this second half, it is looking better for us, but it's not completely translating into chances yet. Right, demand more from the boys. We're going to go attacking. Let's just see if we can force something from them. Changing to attacking down the right-hand side doesn't appear to have worked, which is a bit of a concern. I think I will change how we distribute a little bit just to give us a bit more of a chance. Navarro does great there, though, into Salvador, into Boedo. Now, Danny Boedo with the chance to equalise. He doesn't get it, but he does win a corner. Great chance from Boedo. Now, we got our goal from a weird corner set-piece routine. Can we do another one? It's going to be a normal corner here. Whipped in. Looking for the header. Gomez. Imagine if Gomez was the one who got it. It's actually gone out for another corner here. Now, what are we going to do? It's another normal corner. Actually, no. We have got a short option lurking around here. It is going to be a normal corner, though. Headed. Vinny Jr. managed to head it out. We're having some chances. Right. We'll change this again. We'll go back to playmaker. Let's try and get the ball to the creative options and see what we can do. Litzkas hasn't had a great game. Veloso's going to come on for him. Maria hasn't done as well as I was hoping. We'll bring Hlajek on. Hlajek changed the game for us against Barcelona in the semi-final. Still only one goal behind, remember. And Martinez really isn't playing well. But I'm not sure I trust him. He did play a few minutes in the last game. Carlos actually had a poor game as well. I'm debating whether we bring on Vandenberg as a backup fullback, but I'm not going to do that right now. It doesn't feel like the right thing to do. If I'm honest, it really doesn't. Right, what have Real Madrid done? Have they made any more changes? Onana has come on for them. It blows my mind that Onana's playing for them in this game. We're going to go in hard on Valverde. Endrick. I mean, fine, we'll mark him a little bit more. He's tiring out. We're going in hard on Bellingham. I mean, it's saying not to press him there, so we'll take that off. But we'll continue pressing these two. He's had a really good game, Etienne Green, apparently. He's had a really, really good game. Right, we'll go with that, and we'll just see whether we can push them up a bit. I'm going to take that off. And let's just try it with those changes. We've had chances. Let's see if we can get one more chance. All we need is one more chance and we go to extra time. Right, final change. And I do think Danny Boedo hasn't made the biggest impact since he's come on, but Martinez is going to come off. And I'm going to bring Do I bring Vandenberg on or do I bring Trillion? Because both are going to be as good as each other. We'll bring the natural fullback of Trillion. Let's do that. That makes more sense. Right. Highlight, Karnasecchi. He's gone long. I don't really know why he's gone long, but he has gone long. Hlajek might be in here because Salvador... Oh, my word, he's hit the crossbar. Oh, my word. Salvador got tackled, fouled, whatever, but Hlajek got in there, had the chance. We've turned it around in this second half, but we've just only been able to get that one goal. Right. Press screen. Someone run to him. Press him. You're meant to be pressing. Right. Pressing Onana. Zabani. We're meant to be pressing Zabani. Okay. That's Gray. If we can get the ball off of these guys here, it'd be fantastic. Right. Bietic does well. Navarro just couldn't get a handle on it here. Right. It's fine. Vinny Jr. He's got loads of space, but we've got players getting back into position here for him now. Herculano. That's going to be a penalty. That is cup final over. It's been checked by VAR. These ones are not always as cut and dry when it gets checked on the monitor. This is not a given. I'm going to change to very attacking, which is what we were on against Barcelona. It has been given. Right, it's all on Karnasecchi. Karnasecchi's not had a great game. It is all on him now to save this, to give us another chance. There's not much added time either. There's really not much added time. I think this is going to be the cup final out of our grasp. Yeah, 3-1. It's over. It's over. We still, however, now lead Real Madrid in the league. So, even though we lose today, today's video has given us hope. We're back to a cup final, a proper cup final. I don't really count the Super Cup. I have another highlight. This could be a bit of a gut punch with a fourth goal here. I mean, if we score, I'll be heartbroken because it shows that we have enough in us. We know we can beat Real Madrid, to be fair, because I'm sure we have beaten them, especially cup final-wise. I'm sure we have. We've just run out of steam a little bit today. We've had two really good performances against Barcelona. 2 really good performances against Barcelona. The second game, the last one before this one, has probably given us a bit more. There we go. It's the 4th one. Poor from Karnasechi. He's had a poor game today. Do you know what? It's fine. I'm not actually unhappy with him because he's had better games more often than not. So I'm not going to be too mad about it. But it's a poor save from him there. It's a really, really poor save. We're going to have a word with him after this because it really has been a bad game. I'm not going to watch them do that. I'm going to take this stupid tie off because it's really not helped. I don't really want to say it's unacceptable. It's the performance I really want to say something with. I'm going to say that one, but we do need to have a word with Karnasechi. I'm going to thrash the arms and say that one. You were abysmal. You weren't good. Miranda, I think he's done. I think we try and move him on next season. Yeah, he knows it was bad because that motivated him. We're going to tell him he was angry. Maria, we're going to tell him we're angry as well. Furic has really dropped off in the second half of the season. He's had a couple of glimpses where he's been good, but he really has dropped off. There's some very poor performances there, but the fact that we've managed to turn things around in the league, the fact we've managed to get back on top in the league makes me happy. I'm really, really proud of us for getting to the final again. But we know we can beat Real Madrid in the final. That's the annoying thing. I'm pretty sure it was where we won 2 seasons ago. I'm pretty sure. Where is it? Copa del Rey final. In fact, no. That was Valencia that we beat. I don't actually think we've had that much luck against Real Madrid in this save. To be fair, it's Real Madrid. I don't know what I'm expecting there, really. It is Real Madrid. Oh, boy. Right, well, that is going to be it for today's video. We now have got the remainder of the season to play. We're going to come out for those final 2 games against Getafe and Sevilla. We might as well. Again, the only thing we've got left to play for now is the league, which we are in the lead by with a game in hand. So it is in our hands. It is in our favour. So now it's our opportunity to try and go out there and bring it home. If we can. Again, looking at the fixture list, those are the final fixtures. Cadiz, Osasuna, Villarreal, Sociedad, Atleti, Getafe, Sevilla. I think the most difficult ones there are going to be Villarreal, Sociedad and Atleti. And then the next one will probably be Sevilla. I think Sociedad away from home is going to be a stinker. I think that's going to be a difficult one. That's one of the ones that Real Madrid slipped up on. So I think it is going to be really, really difficult. That final was not good. We really didn't perform in that final. So I think we need to come back against Cadiz, get a good result there, and then hopefully that'll build us on to the final where we can win the Premier League. We can win La Liga for the first time in this save and the first time since the year 2000 in reality. So we'll see what we can do with that. Fingers crossed we can bounce back from this because, again, we might have got battered in the final. We still made it to the final. That's still a good result. So let's see whether we can get to the end of the season and end the season with the biggest of highs by winning that league title. Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's video, again, don't forget to leave a big like on there for me because it will make me feel better. And also don't forget to subscribe as well. It's completely free to do so and you will get a big smile on this face right here if you do. I've been Stu. You guys have been awesome and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.